English in Colombia. What can we say about English in Colombia? And literary skills. How do we currently stamps instead of reading before the war? Can we relate the both in the same concept for young students? Welcome to my podcast, In the Meaning of Leaders. I am your host, Laura Reda, and it's a pleasure to be with you today. On this occasion, we will explore the importance of French literature in the educational field, emphasizing the educational provide in Colombian schools, and how do we can relate the provide an integral learning process of a foreign language and English. Let's start with what English literature is. We understand it as the collection of literary works originally written in English. Yes, we know. This is obvious. But we must understand that its value does not reside only in the being in this original language, but in the sociocultural context and vocabulary that is a vital when learning a foreign language. Through these books, we are transported to different realities with various problems, morals, and perspectives, making consuming this type of reading even more ensuring. If you don't believe me, let's take Shakespeare as an example. That the bravery we think of when we talk about English literature, this man is attributed with the invention of more than 1,700 words that are still used in English today. A bit crazy, isn't? But this is the fantastic thing about this type of reading. They always enrich us a country's rights when we are rating. For instance, we won't have the same context of Gabriel Garcia Marquez as we will with Oscar Wilde in their ratings. They are different and very current in their own right. The ratings and messages are completely different and are precisely wonderful in their native language to augment these words, slangs, and saying mentioned intent are untranslatable. We talked about, we know that English literature can be a valuable resource to implement in the school for the learning of distant language. However, how is Colombia currently in terms of English proficiency? Well, according to Forbes, the organization Educational Freedom conducted a report analyzing the level in English of non-native speakers in the world, and Colombia ranked 75 out of the 113 countries. This means that yes, we are not in the last place, but we are not even in the top of half. We must recognize that the methodologies for learning language in Colombia are often too rigorous, focusing heavily on the theoretical and grammatical parts that the National Ministry of Education requires, and that institutions we comply with. However, this overlooks the most important aspects, which in the basis of its podcast. The vocabulary of a language and the context that surround it. We are aware that when we learn a new language, we are not used to relating words with a grammatical order, and that's it. Every language in the world is filled with culture and distinct from historical and social context that enriches it. Even if the variance of the language is the same, for this reason, some words in the Spanish spoken in Colombia will not be the same as the Spanish spoken in Argentina or Chile. This makes the minor difference, but they are cultural crash, even within our own language. Now, imagine it in a language you're learning where we pay more attention to details, and at the same time, it is easier to get confused. And we need to understand this. We are not here to translate, we are here to learn a foreign language with everything that it is in price and be still to understand this culture. And for this, what resources more valuable than books? It doesn't matter if you read Marilyn Miller, The Song of Achilles, and do you not find yourself enjoying with the ghosts and great heroes? There's still great wealthy vocabulary and culture in it, just as there will be in world life. Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. Of course, we are not in the Regency or looking for a husband, but we are in the context of different social crises that affect the morality and ethical views of their time, guided by gender and your position as a woman. And if you read the book, you will also find mention of real occasions that are terribly frequent upon today, would allow you to see what it was like to live in those times. Even if you read something more relaxed, like The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Steve Chbosky, which telling you later from about the life of a suburban boy in the United States in the 19th, there is a enriching value today in vocabulary and culture. Rare, we are not going to have an A1 level primary school student read Arthur Conan Doyle to improve their skill. However, this recourse can be integrated based on English level the student in developing, supported by what they can understand with the help of illustration. In this case, we won't have a foreign student read Othello, but a literary resource like the book Good Mind Moon, written by Margaret Weisborn and illustrated by Clement Hart. It's something they can complement more easily to game and meaning. This because it's not only adapts of their level and need, but also has the support of images to illustrate what is a narrative. It's comparable to how we might read El Renacuajo Paseador by Rafael Pombo. In the school, we learning to read and their ways go to the illustration version. With all this, I believe we have understood the central focus on this topic. Learning a language also means understanding this culture. It's a cheap through vocabulary and context, and the best way to create this classroom learning environment is through language literature of course, taking into account the students' need. I hope that with everything discussed in this section, we can understand the importance of literature in the various learning approach and find ways to apply in this process, because it is not only enriched with academical but also has people. That's what we are for today. Thank you for much for listening. I hope you have an excellent day. Goodbye.